Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Victoria Scarbo here, speaking to you from the Caesar Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is the first day of summer 2019. The sun has moved into the sign of Cancer. And I want to take a look at what the summer holds for the United States of America. Of course, the United States of America is a Cancer country. Its birthday is July 4th, 1776. And we happen to have a solar eclipse on the 2nd, which definitely affects the chart of the United States. And of course, anyone born around that time, including myself. The eclipse is falling on my sun this year. So we're not doing my reading, we're doing a reading for the United States. And the eclipse does fall on the sun of the United States. And I believe the midpoint of the sun and Jupiter. Hold on one second. Let me check that out. I'm sorry, one moment. I do have it here. Yes, the midpoint of the sun and Jupiter. The sun, Jupiter in the chart for the United States. Anytime Jupiter touches a planet, it expands it, and the sun and Jupiter are the two largest things in the solar system. So, in America, the personality, I guess, of America is one of larger than life. There's a larger than life persona. And so that larger than life persona is being eclipsed in this eclipse, and Mars, Mercury, and the asteroid Juno will be conjunct the North Node of America in this chart, and Pallas, Athene, which is the asteroid associated with social justice, is conjunct Saturn in Libra in the chart, right at the top of the chart, the 10th house. So there is a sense of social justice coming to visit that 10th house position, which in a mundane chart is the position of the leader. So let's see what's up for America in the summer of 2019. And to say that the summers haven't been intense here in the United States would be a huge understatement. Last summer, California was burning. Actually, not just California, but some pretty scary wildfires. The spring has been a flood season for the United States. Places in the United States that would normally have planted their crops have not been able to do so. We are really being tested in a climate way, and then of course through the shenanigans of our president and his tone deafness to what's really happening, and his need to sort of have us convince or try to convince us of his delusion, his own delusion. And so so it's but now things are starting to come down on him, and you can only obstruct for so long. So let's see what the cards. I have messed these cards up a little bit, so I'm just organizing them so they're all in the same direction. I don't like reading upside down cards, but sometimes they still show up. So all the cards should be right side up, so we'll see. Okay, so I'm using the Rider-Waite deck, and we'll see what's up for the United States in the summer. And of course the summer goes from June 22nd to September, June 21st to September. I'm not sure when fall starts, 20th, 21st, something like that. Okay, cutting the cards. All right, the immediate environment as the sun moves into Cancer. Okay, well, that's beautiful. The Ace of Cups. Cancer is a water sign, and so the Ace of Cups is the root of water. This is about happiness. It's about unconditional love. It's about love pouring down from spirit. But it's also about water. And I'm sitting here in New England, and it's been raining for days now, and we have a lot of water, and there's a lot of water in the center of the country as well. And so this could be an indication that we're going to have a lot of water this summer. We could also have a lot of happiness and the search for happiness. I mean, we want to be happy, and I don't think we've felt happy for a long time, at least not the majority of people. Let's see what's crossing this. Oh, we have the sun, illumination. Interesting that the sun would be crossing that. And this is the time when the sun is at its highest peak. It's possible we'll see just how happy we are. What's at the root? Okay, we have, this is a card about, first of all, there's anxiety around money with this card. And so there could be an underlying anxiety about resources and money. But this card is a card that denotes somebody who is so wrapped up in the acquisition of money and power that they have closed off both their hearts and their intuition around it. Okay. Let's see what's in the past. Chaos, argumentation, yes. Obviously, we know what that feels like. What's in the sky? Okay, we have the Ace of Swords, another ace. Well, that's 2 aces so far. That's interesting. We've only picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. The Ace of Swords is about a decision. It's about the sword of justice, the sword of truth, the sword coming down upon someone. Let's see what's in the immediate future. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is about being on a quest. It's about moving forward and traveling. So I think there's going to be a lot of travel. Of course, there generally is always a lot of traveling. In the United States in the summertime, a lot of people go to the national parks. It's very much a country of drivers. So it could be that. It could be a lot of driving, a lot of traveling. But this feels to me also like it's not just a matter of traveling to get from point A to point B. There is almost like a spiritual quest with this energy. I wouldn't be surprised. My thought about that, interestingly enough, is that I think a lot of people are going to be traveling to places like Washington or places like Gettysburg or places like Wounded Knee. I think people want to get in touch with the history of America. I think people, that new, I think it's in Georgia, but I'm not sure, the lynching, the place with I would say the lynching monument, but that's probably not what it's called. Someplace I'd like to go. The Vietnam Memorial Wall. Those are the kind of places. And I think people want to reconnect with the history and the core of America in a way, and not all of it is positive. Of course, the war monuments would not necessarily be a positive expression, but certainly part of our history. The lynching monument would not be a part, wouldn't be say, oh wow, let's go see that. But it is part of our history, and I think that Americans are looking or starting to look hard and fast. So I think that the traveling is going to have a historical, people want to connect to the core of what's going on and where we've been, and in order to have a touchstone as to where we go. That's what those cards feel like to me. Let's see how it's seen from the outside. So what are other people in the world thinking about us in America? Yeah. Okay, that there's underhanded stuff going on, that actions are being kept from us. And then, of course, that is certainly true. Our domestic situation. Oh, okay. Well, the Judgment card. People are waking up, folks. This is a spiritual awakening for America, and I'm happy to see that people are coming out of their coffins. The coffin is symbolic of sort of the four walls in which you live in, your only reality. Like, this is it, this is just it. But there is a higher reality, there's a higher truth. And the angel Gabriel tooting his horn wakes us up to that higher truth. And it also wakes us up to the fact that we have souls and we have power to utilize that energy, that co-creative capacity. So that's good. That's good. Let's see hopes and fears. Okay. This could be fear around the whole Iran thing that's going on. Less so Venezuela, because, I mean, what could Venezuela really do to us? But and I don't think Iran is necessarily interested in doing anything to us, but this is like picking fights and not being fair and having all the swords and people walking away. So I think there's tension around that issue. I don't really think anybody in this country wants to get involved in another war, except for the war profiteers and maybe the Department of Defense, because what else are they going to do, right? All right, this is the outcome. We have the Emperor card. The Emperor card is a card of dominion. And it's also, it's a 4 vibration. And 4 is a crisis vibration. 4 forces us to, or crisis forces us to have to deal with what's right in front of us. It brings us into the present moment so that we can wield the power that we have, the power of awareness, the power of action based on that awareness. I think that, I think the Emperor has no clothes, which is disturbing enough. It was disturbing when Bush was president. It's really disturbing now that Trump is president. Yikes. And so, you know, of course, the president will be a focus, as he likes to be, but perhaps he's not going to be so enamored with the focus that's on him at this time. Let's see what's underneath. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands. This is about information coming in fast and furious. And so a lot of the things that were hidden, I think, will start to come en masse, and the information and more and more. And I think the Congress will have more of these sessions with the people that were that the Mueller investigation spoke to. I know Hope Hicks was kind of a somewhat of a bust because they're making up legal precedents. But I'll do a reading on that. I'll see if she's going to have to, or if they're going to pursue getting her to actually speak, answer those questions. She wouldn't answer. I will ask that. But there is information coming through. So we're going to be enlightened. And yeah, I do feel like the summer is going to bring a certain amount of inevitable truth to the situation. Okay, so it looks like. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions, anything you would like me to do, any specific readings, let me know. I'm pretty busy, but I will make an effort to do it. Somebody asked me to do Trump's Divine Triangle again, sort of like an update. I will do that. I'll do that. If not today, I will do that this weekend. So have yourself a great day. Like and subscribe. Take care.